the word. This is my review on The Last of Us, Season 2, Episode 5. So if you ain't seen it, this review ain't for you. Alright, let's get into it. So, now that we know that Ellie knows that Dina's pregnant, Dina knows that Ellie is immune. Okay? So they both know, right? So now Ellie is kind of skeptical about her going with her, and Dina like, we in this together. We in this together. And I love you. And then Ellie was like, you love me? You know what I'm saying? They had a little moment. Okay, they established that. So then they end up going into the building, and then Dina's baby father shows up, which in the game, he kind of shows up a little bit later on, and Dina ain't with her. Remember, in the game, she left Dina at the movie theater. So the shows, you can tell, shit is a little different. So he came, he was pissed off. Him and Tommy's together. He said him and Tommy's together. Remember, in the game, is, you know, y'all, people that played the game, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyways, Ellie goes off on her own, right? She goes off on her own. She goes to the hospital part. And when she goes to the hospital part, she ends up finding one of the people. Okay? And when she finds her, she tells her, like, basically, you don't remember me? And she like, we let you live. I still hear his screams. Basically taunting Ellie. You know what I'm saying? Getting in her head. And she basically just pissed her off. So then she ends up splashing the shit in her face, as we seen in the show. And she runs off. Intruder, intruder, shooter, shooter. They start shooting at her. And Ellie's determined to know where Abby is. So then they run around the hospital. They go into the elevator. Nobody never been to the bottom floor yet. The bottom floor has not been cleared yet. That's why in the show, I couldn't find the picture of the fucking elevator that was barricaded off. We know what's down there. You know what's coming. The Rat King, that's what they call him. The Rat King is down there. So I want to see, I'm very excited to see how they pulled that off, because that motherfucker was ugly. So, don't mind my son. I gotta do what I gotta do. But, that shit, cause if you watch the show, you see that they kept showing that shit. They had that motherfucker barricaded with shit, metal shit, so nothing can get through that shit. So anyways, she's chasing her down the hallway. They get into the elevator. She goes down there. She don't know that Ellie is the girl. She don't know. So when she get down there, she's coughing, stuff like that. Ellie walks up, pointing the pew-pew at her. She like, you're her. Oh my God, you're real. Do you know what he did? And Ellie straight up said, I don't care. I don't care. Where's Abby? And she still kept talking and said, he killed everybody in the building. Killed Abby's dad, shot him in the head. How many times does Ellie got to say, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Where's she at? And then we knew what was coming. We knew what was coming. She grabbed it and she, where's she at? And then it cut. We see what is coming. I'm prepared for it. I'm excited for it. And that's the part with that's the part with Abby. Because remember, you get to play with Abby in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's when Abby run into the scars, Liv and them, and all that stuff. And then she got to go get some medicine to save Liv's sister and chop her arm off. And shit like that. So she going to have to go down to the bottom. But that happened before. That happened before Ellie got to old girl. So I wonder how they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, too, I want to point something out. At the end, it shows Ellie waking up in the bed and Joe coming in saying, hey, kiddo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a little flashback. You know what I'm saying? Because he did let her have a life. He did what he did to give her a life. He lost his daughter. She lost her mother and everybody else that she loved. He did it to give her a life. He didn't want them to kill her. They said the only way we can make a cure is if we drain her completely. And he made a decision. Because over them days with her, he grew to love her, you know, as his own. He made that decision. She's mad at him, but then again, she's happy because it's like, you gave me a life. You know what I'm saying? You gave me stuff that I didn't, you know, like the museum part in the game when he basically took her to the museum for her birthday. I think she turned 16 or something like that. He took her to the museum or something like that. He was being a father figure. They had that little mixed up relationship, but she still loved him and he still loved her. So, hey, I'm ready for episode 6. I'll be back with my other review. Please like, share, and follow. Please watch the video to the end. Thank you very much. I am your movie guy, your TV show guy, whatever you want me to be. Peace.